live.
Oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of the Indie Live Spot. Thank you for tuning in. We're very excited, very happy to extend to you some guests that we've had on the show before. We had a double feature today. As you can see, we got two guests here. Kia Michaels and Wilfred Freelix is in the house. Help me welcome our guests to the show today.
Right. Welcome.
What's happening, everybody?
Everybody.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good. Welcome back. We just actually got through playing two of some other tracks that you guys done before. Some of your other releases. In fact, Kid, we played Not My Friend, and then we followed with Misunderstood for Wilfred. And of course, both of you got singles out that you're promoting today, so we're going to get into that a little bit later, but we just want to kind of reconnect with you guys and see what you guys been up to and how's everything been going since this COVID thing been going. I know it's been kind of tough for a lot of folks, so yeah. But I guess first of all, Kia, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
I've just been taking it one day at a time and just trying to dip into things that I've put on the back burner as far as writing projects and some other things. And that's what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Will? What about you?
Well, been really busy, but I also tour with Ready for the World. We've been doing some dates. Just did pay-per-view. Plus, I finished up my album. I'm currently getting ready to get full distribution through DistroKid, and a whole long story about that. We'll get into that, but I'm working to make sure that I can get everything to the public, and I'm also shooting videos and everything. I'm just kind of grind it and put it all together so that everybody get a chance to see and me get what I can give to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful, man. And Kia, I know that the last time you were on, you was promoting the Not My Friend, and then before that we had I Love You, which was a wonderful start. And now you have this other new single that's actually montaging Smokey, right?
Yes.
I mean, tell us a little bit about how that come together. I mean, how did you go into doing this, and who worked with you on that?
Oh my goodness. Well, I've been performing Smokey's tunes forever, for over a decade, and Being With You is one of my favorites. So I knew that I wanted to cover Smokey. I just didn't know what I wanted to start with, because I do the one tune, Ooh, Baby Baby. I do that one. I do Being With You, and I do some of his others. So it was a cross between those two. So I just decided to do Being With You. You know, I have been doing it forever, so I said, you know what, Kia, let's do this. So it's so funny that I went to the producer because they had other songs picked out for me to do, you know, and it's normally they wanted me to do a cover of Phyllis Hyman. And I'm like, no, I love Phyllis Hyman, but I didn't want to cover Phyllis. You know, I wanted to cover a male artist. You know, I love my male artists. And so, you know, I brought that to the producer, and he decided to put a different spin on it. I had more of a traditional spin, but I wanted to jazz it out and make it laid back, but he really put a different kind of spin on it. And I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but when he sent it to me, I was like, oh, I kind of like this. Yeah. It's got that urban soul feel. You would not think of taking a Smokey tune there. Right. And so I was okay, it's really got that soul vibes, like urban and soulful. So I ended up going out to New York and laying the vocals down and putting everything together. And I released it. And here I am. I did a video for it.
Nice.
I did a performance video for it. Have you seen it?
Yes. Great.
Thank you. I did a video for it. I wasn't sure, I didn't have a really huge budget. So I think it's very important for artists to work with what they got, but you do want greatness.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just want to put anything out there. You know what I mean? You want greatness. I expect greatness from myself, and I expect greatness from anybody that works with me. Any service that I hire, I do expect greatness from them. So I ended up putting together that performance video. I put the concept together. I put the wardrobe together. I wanted to go for a black girl look. I like the jewelry and the bamboo earrings and all that stuff like that, or the door knocker earrings. So I really wanted to put a strong urban vibe to it, and I wanted it to have a sensual twist as well, because the song, I did make it more sensual. I made it about a woman, a woman's way of talking to her partner, talking to her guy and telling him how much she wants to be with him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Very nice.
I can't wait to see the video.
Yeah, you need to check the video out. It's very nice.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to see that one.
Okay.
Since you're talking all this.
So I have to send it to you.
Yeah.
Well, how do we find it? How do you search it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube under Kia TV. So if you go to Kia TV and just type in "Being with You," you'll see it.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we're going to definitely hear the track today with our listeners a little bit later here in the show. So definitely, y'all, she did a really nice job on this. I mean, I really love how you put your own to it. It's beautiful. It really is. And what's crazy is, like, now, Kia, I know now where do you live at, Kia? I'm sorry.
Pittsburgh. I'm in
Pittsburgh, yeah.
You're
in the Pittsburgh
Yes, I am.
area.
All right.
But see, you're touching into the music from the Detroit area, and then of course, I guess Wilford is actually from that area of Detroit. So I know Wilford knows a lot about what's going on up in the Detroit. Of course, Wilford, you're actually what, in Flint? Is that right? You're close to
Flint. Yep, next door, maybe 50 miles away.
Yeah. Now, of course, Wilford, tell us a little bit about what's going on with your single, because man, it's nice too. We was playing it last week on the show, and I was telling everybody that I was like, man, I can't wait to get him back over here so we can talk, because everything you put out is just the bomb, everything. So
I think for that. So, but it's like this as far as songs. I'm interjecting for a reason. A lot of the tunes that I make up, some of the things that I try to cover, and when I do cover somebody else's tune, I try to do the very best that I can with giving the impression where they were actually at when they started it, or their finished product. But I try to also put me and my inflections and my whole soul and essence of what I really want to say combined with what they're saying. But I always try to take it a step further, because a lot of times most songs that you listen to, they're great songs, but a lot of times you don't really make an emotional connections. And emotional connections with me when I'm writing is the most important thing. And I mean, you really got to stress almost every note, and certain things that you could just do, and just like Kia being a vocalist, you don't have to sing a lot of notes. You can just breathe sometime, and it kills you, just like hitting a long note or just getting a sustain. And it's like with this unity thing, I play the acoustic. A lot of people don't know that I had played acoustic crazy like that. So I figured, I'm going to get out there and let people see some diversity, do some things that people are not used to seeing me do, and also my writing skills, everybody think I'm just a guitar player. You know, they don't know I play everything. But I got different musicians now with me, so it gives me a chance to really be diverse in the way I write. I can write a part for you or whomever. Like me and Gary, I've sent Gary a tune before, you know. So, but you know, going back to the tune and why I interjected, because you want to be able to express music in a certain way, you don't want to taint somebody else's thought. You always want to make it progress and elevate it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow, I got to cut in really quick. You sound like the producer. You know, the gentleman who I work with from out in New York, that's his exact words to me. Exact words. And that's why we took Being With You where we took it. You know, we decided to put a sax in it too. Well, I decided to put a sax in it. You know, I love having either a guitar player or a horn player in a song that I do. But everything that you just said is kind of like what he said to me.
Yeah, and it's just like I listen to you when I hear you on the radio. I can hear all the things that what you say and how you inflect and come across. It's like you can tell it's heartfelt because you get a lot of singers that you catch them live. You can tell they kind of struggling or they going through the motions of going through what they've been taught, or this is the structure of what's been laid out for me, and they don't really give you them.
Yeah.
And so, like every time I play, or if I get a chance to convey something to somebody like that, that's why I tell them, try to be as much as you can being you in the product that you're making, so that they can really understand that it's you and not just a cover. Or ain't nothing wrong with covers. I love covers. I did Earth, Wind, and Fires, and which was Sun Goddess, and I put a twist on that was like crazy. I hear so much about that. But in that being said, you just got to be able to do some things that a lot of people don't really want you to sometimes, because they want you to stick true to form, to an old schematic. And I'm glad you said that, Ia, because when you say you wanted to add some stuff, it's just going to let you give you a more flavor to be more diverse in what you're going to say in the product that you're making, which is the remake. So now you got leeway to say, I don't really have to say that same way. I'm going to be more diverse, and I'm going to give them me, really give them me.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. And you know what?
Yep.
I wouldn't have thought about it that way if the producer didn't pull my coattail. And because I wanted to do the cover traditionally, because I wanted folks to still be able to really recognize the song. I didn't want to deviate too far away from the original. But the producer said, "Look, Kia, you got to make this song your own. You got to put, you got to put a different twist on it." And as a matter of fact, you brought up Earth, Wind, and Fire. He was sharing some music with me that you would not believe was not written by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And he said, I forgot which song or which few, but he had shared some music with me. And I said, what? That's not their original? He said, no. He said the same thing with Luther Vandross, you know, how he took songs and he made it, you would have never known that the song was by Karen Carpenter, if I'm right. And it's just, you know, but again, you still, you know, you definitely want to put your flavor in it, but you want to do it with greatness, though. You want to do it with greatness.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, you know what? I think this might be a good segue to let our listeners check it out, and then of course we'll come back and kind of, you know, see what everybody thought. I know everybody's gonna really enjoy it because it's lovely. It really is.
All
so
right.
Let's do that right now, and then we'll come right back right here on the Indie Live spot. So everybody keep it locked right here, and we'll be right back.
what they think about me, and I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think if you are leaving. I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you. Honey, don't go, don't leave the scene. Be out of the picture and off of the screen. Don't let them say that we told you so. They tell me you love me and then let me go. I've heard the warning voices of friends and my relations. They tell me all about your heartbreak reputation. I don't care what they think about me, and I don't care what they say. I don't care what they think if you are leaving. I'm gonna beg you to stay. I don't care if they start to avoid me. I don't care what they do. I don't care about anything else but being with you, being with you. Can change, they often do. Haven't they noticed the changes in you? Or can it be just like love, I am blind? Do I want you so much till it's all in my mind? One thing I know for sure is really, really real. I've never felt before the way you make me feel. Don't care what the world says, because I'm gonna love you anyway. Care what the world thinks. I want you for me. I don't care about anything else but
Yeah, very.
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody else is really digging that. Yeah, good job, Kia. Really good job.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So anyway, we're back, and yeah, we just got through playing that wonderful single. For those of you, if you just tuned in, and then of course we're gonna be playing a single from this gentleman over here on the right side of the screen, Mr. Wilfred Felix. Now, Wilfred, you got the new single Unity. What's going on with that, man? Tell us a little bit about that whole thing. What's going down?
Well, I had a couple people with advertising that are helping me get it distributed as far as on radio. Me right now, I'm trying to make sure that I together a package so that everybody will be able to actually. I got my website right now. You can buy it that way. I have DistroKid, which I'm currently, like I was telling you before we was off air, I'm trying to get it to upload. I have a discrepancy with another single that I got called Little George. Little George came out before, so before I can get Unity to be a complete full single on the album, Little George has to be cleared because I got two names. I made a mistake, which is me. A lot of things, if you blunder one thing, it can really make a domino effect of messing up everything. So in that, I use Wilfred Felix for Little George, and then for the rest of the album, I use Wilfred Ninja Felix. And so, there you go. I know. I see all them faces. It was a blunder, but you have to stay consistent with the name so that you can be in stores. They got the rules so that you can't be changing name. I didn't know that, but I know it now. I went back and got everything cleared up, so that's what we're in the process of that. But to go back to Unity, that original question though, it's on the album. The album is out, and this is what it looks like. It's called Time. You can go to my website. I don't know if you can see that clear.
There.
That pretty clear? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, that's it. And that's on the album Unity. And my great friend, Mr. Gilchrist, Keith Gilchrist, is pubbing me really good. He's doing a lot of advertisement to get me going. And you guys also, I can't say that you guys, and Greg, you've been so good to me. Oh my God, you guys play my stuff all the time. I am so thankful.
Keep doing what? Keep doing what?
Wait,
Another,
What he said?
if they missed
Yeah.
I'm putting in. And this off In This Life album. That's
move it a little
that's
bit
all.
to the center.
What's up?
Move it over
Say
some.
right or left?
To
Right
the
or left?
left.
There.
Hey.
Okay.
There it is.
Nice. Yeah.
The In This Life album, that was the album that was previous to the Time album, which is out right now. So, but anyway, you guys have been spending that. Y'all did the interview on me with the last one of that. I'm very appreciative. As far as all the music that I'm getting ready to start, I'm getting ready to start doing production on other people because I don't want this to be my very last album, but I'm going to taper off and I want to start doing other projects with other people because I got a wealth of skills that I can put on other people because I can write when I hear another person's voice and I can really customize whatever it is that they want to do. So like with you, Kia, oh my goodness, I really would love to work with you. I don't know if you all contracted out so that you can't, but you know what I would like to do with you, which Joyce had made a comment about. She liked the way she hears certain people, just a voice and a guitar. Me and you could sit down and wreck shop. We could wreck shop just like that, just me and you. Just do the unplug thing. Hey, I'm stupid like that. I'm stupid like that with it. So I'm gonna throw that invitation out there.
I've been waiting for this. I'm
Okay.
serious.
Well,
I am here. Look, we have to. When we get off this thing, we gotta connect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see you next. I got a full-blown studio, so it's I got everything. So in that, saying that, we can connect and we can do what needs to be done. And you're close by. Pittsburgh is only about 5 hours away. Yeah, so you ain't bad.
I can get to you. Hey,
Yeah,
I travel.
That's what I do.
Yeah, have Mike, I'll travel.
I know, right? Yeah. These days you bring your own mic.
You don't need that. But getting back to the
You're breaking up, Wilfred. You're breaking up. Stay close to your mic. You're kind of breaking up.
Yeah, okay, maybe I should talk a little louder. Getting back to Unity, I was wanting to make sure that everybody would know that www.wilfredfelix.com is where you can get that. Right now, you can't get my product anywhere but there. That's on my site. And I did that by design because I want to bring attention to my personal brand. That's why I did that. Now I'm getting ready to go to DistroKid and put it in all the stores so all the people that don't know how to get to me, they'll still have accessibility to get to all the products through their channel again with iTunes and everybody else. So it's a win-win situation for me. Just a little slow that I did it this way, but it's going to win.
Yeah. Dog, man.
I don't know if
And
it's
also, just real quick, props to Lord V for doing his job. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes,
What y'all
absolutely.
want to? Can I say something? What y'all want to give Keith all this recognition?
You were breaking up when you gave the website, and I want to make sure everybody heard WilfredFelix.com, just in case it's what did I say?
Felix.
It's you said Felix, it's Felix, www.wilfred, WILFRED, Felix, FRELIX.com.
There you go.
That's it.
Make sure everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Now I got to mess with my friend Keith.
Oh,
You
here we
know.
go.
Uh-oh.
Keith. I was trying to get it in a while ago. Wilfred, you give Keith all that recognition?
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. You know, he came actually out of retirement to help me get my first album and everything going. So I have to give him number kudos of how he transformed the platform from where I'm at. I got another guy, Eugene Brown, which is he has his own radio station, also internet radio station, Huge Radio, and they gave me my start because they broke my record for me. And a lot of people have came aboard, and it takes a team to get you where you need to be. I used to think that because I had a little status and could push my way through, because knowing people, you may be thinking that it's going to work for you. It don't work that way. You have to have people that's already in position to know these people and positions of radio power and your product, you know. So it's a teamwork effort to get to where you need to be. So it ain't like no matter how much money you got, it ain't going to work for you all by yourself. That's why when you were saying you understood about that hard road, Kia, about doing all them hats, I definitely understand that, because I tried that. And you're talking about, I've been doing this for almost 50 years. So I'm loaded. But that's what I'm saying. So as you put yourself and your foot forward to do what you think that you really need to do, you're going to find out I can't do everything by myself. So what I suggest to all the musicians and producers, artists and everything, do what you do good and get somebody else to do the job that you can't do. And if they're great at it, put them on your team and go with that. That's going to work for you.
Well, you look at it like this, Wilfred. A lot of them say, well, I just can do this by myself. But see, if they keep trying to do it by themselves, all they can be is stagnated. They're not going anywhere.
That's true and not true, because I've had people on my team that wrecked my project and I had to start over and do it by myself. I appreciate the help, but I can do better all by myself. Okay, I've lost money with people supposed to be on your team. Not everybody's out there for your well-being, or they start out loving you, and when they see that you are progressing and you're doing well, then they start sabotaging.
Joyce,
well, Joyce, you have those kind of people out there. That's true enough. But you know something?
Wilfred is true. But on the other hand, for those of us artists who've had to deal with things, you see, if I waited for everything to be perfect, I would never be where I am today. 100%. I wouldn't have if I waited till everything.
You know, I also
some of us are just doing the best that we can.
Now, I also think like this.
We dropping them gems. I mean, Joyce and Wilfred. Am I saying your name right, Wilfred?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Wilfred. Yes.
Wilfred, they're both dropping gems. You know, both of what you're saying is true. I've been in your position, Joyce, and I vowed to never be in that position again. And I'm doing what Wilfred's doing, and I'm branding myself. I mean, it is important to build a team, but you have to be very, very, very careful. Now I'm to the
Let me say this.
Yeah, that's the last part of what you said. What did you say?
You have to get to where you're checking people out. You know, don't be quick to have somebody work for you. Check out, see who they are. Tell them to share, to share their portfolio with you, or to you want testimonials. You know, find out who somebody is before you hire them to work for you. You know, that's how I do things now. So I've been in your shoes, Joyce. I know how it feels. My Lord. I mean, it's very painful, because our music is very important to us. Yeah. You know, it's part of us. You know, and we're very emotional about our music. So if someone steps forth and takes advantage of us, or is supposed to do something and they don't do it, that's like a shot in the heart. But
Mhm.
then, Wilfred, what you said is so true. You have to have a team. You have to have a team. I see so much stuff out here. Oh my Lord, I could just cry. You know, the same thing with your cover art. Your cover art it should pop. Your cover art should stand out. I see folks taking pictures in their home and just going to Canva. Canva is where you could do some of your own graphics. It looks so bad. It looks so terrible. And how do you expect to build a following? I'm going to pass somebody up. If I see something sitting on the shelf, if that's the first thing I look at is your album cover and it looks crappy, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not even going to check out who you are.
First
I don't
impressions,
wanna
huh? First impressions,
So,
right?
so I do think it's important. It's imperative that you have a team. Like I have a graphic artist. I have 2 graphic artists. My Instagram channel, I have over 10,000 followers because you know what? I work, and I'm gonna say this, I work my ass off because this is a business, and we gotta get in our mind as artists that it's 10% talent and 90% business.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So it's all mindset.
Mhm.
So guys like Wilfred, I could talk to him all day for hours because of course he's been out here for a very long time, but he's on point. He's a professional.
You
Say it again.
You got to also think, just like Wilford, gave you an offer to come on to work with you. And I feel that all artists, such as Wilford, yourself, should work with other artists more so than just thinking about yourself too.
Yes, collaborations is key. Yes, collabs is key. Yes.
But
a lot of artists don't do that. They think that it's
why? Because we get in me mode.
That's
We
right.
get in me mode. We get into and then we get into being narcissistic. Oh, I think everything it has to be about me. In order to grow your brand, I recommend you should collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
But be careful you collaborate. You really want to collaborate with somebody that's serious as you. If they're not as serious as you, and you can tell if they're as serious as you. Watch what they do.
Yeah.
They put everything out there on social media. Look at their pages. If I go to your Facebook page and I see you talking about anything other than music, I'm talking about your business page, your fan page. Now your personal page, I can understand, but there still should be some discretion there. There still should be some level of professional.
Absolutely.
Because people are watching us, no matter what, personal, fan page, people are watching us. So that's how I pick who I'm going to work with. I want to see what you're doing. I want to hear your music too. Yeah. Is it of quality? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anybody can produce. Anybody can produce. Wait, somebody's on here. Oh my Lord, how do I get this person off? Okay, anybody can produce, but not everybody is a real producer. Not everybody is a real producer. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's real talk too. That's real talk.
It's just real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, you come across people who are, they say they want to help you. And I don't know, when I get it, you get these inboxes, private messages from people. I would like to do this for you. Oh, well, call me and let's talk. I can get you more followers. I don't need more followers.
You know what, Joy?
Let me tell you what I need. And let me tell you what I need. That's what
I get that too. I get that too, but you and I as female artists, we are in a male, we are in a male-dominated industry.
Right.
We're in a male-dominated industry, so in most cases, we get a lot of stuff thrown at us.
Yeah, we do.
Even working with musicians, we may tend to, be treated a certain way, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
It's very, and I'm gonna be real, it's painful. It is painful because instead of somebody wanting to work together, they got other things on their mind.
Sure do.
It's deep.
I mean, I just found out.
I don't want to go there, but it's deep. Oh my Lord, it's deep.
Depend on you have, but I love teamwork. Oh my God, I love working with people. But because of what has happened to me, I had to 2 times start a CD over and do the best that I can, because and I'm paying you too. Oh my God, really? And that there are certain people now that I've worked with, like David McLaurin could call me anytime. I'll drop everything because I know his heart. I know his professionalism. I know I can work with him. All right. But then you have other people. I think Wilfred, you said something about people love to put you in a box. One guy said that I don't play like a girl. I play too nasty. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? That my style, in other words, you have a box of the way I'm supposed to sound, the way I'm supposed to be, and I tell people, the box you built for me is too small, so I'm gonna bust right out of it because it's too small. This is me. So when I play and when I do, I'm really, like Wilfred said, it's a part of me. And maybe my life, I'm playing my life. My life hasn't been sweet. It's always been sweet.
Come on, preach. Woo!
I can't remember not having a portion of my life with something challenging happening in my life. It's the same.
Look, when I released that first song in 2017, I Love You, I was talking to a brother, I'm not sure how long after, and I shared the second song with him. He says, no, you need to just you should continue creating music like I Love You. No. Life is not peaches and cream, honey. I'm going to share pieces of me, real life, pain, hey, anger. So when I came out with Not My Friend, they were kind of like, okay, she come out with Love the first time, and then there she is with Not My Friend. So this is real life. I'm painting a picture of real life, and that's what the listeners connect to.
Exactly.
And that's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to create everything from a lovey-dovey standpoint.
Mm-hmm. That's not reality.
I just left the studio. What was this? A couple of days ago, and I'm putting together another song. I mean, I don't know if it's going to make the relationships EP, but this is talking about the world. This is talking about the world, and folks will say, okay, where does that come from? Look, I'm an activist, for real. This Black Lives Matter stuff, folks is just starting this stuff. It's trendy. I've been doing this for years.
There you go.
Spoken word artist. I'm a spoken word artist. My spoken word was all about changing what's going on in the world for us as Black people. So this is not new to me.
Right.
So when they hear the next song drop, they'll probably say, wait a minute, where does that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got different parts of me, just like you, Joyce. We got there's different parts to us.
Right.
Everything's not just boxed in. Look, I can't be in no box. I bust right out.
Let me say this, kid. Let me say this.
My girl.
There's a lot of people with spoken word. It's just got back really trending in the last several years, but it's always been.
It has.
But it's just getting back trendy again. They got places where you can go now. Before, say 5, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, it wasn't there. Now it's there again. So, you know what I'm saying, with spoken word.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to, I think that with social media and everybody wanting to have a voice, it is starting to trend. But for those like me who have been doing this since the age of 12, I've been writing since the age of 12. I called it poetry back then, whatever. Now we call it spoken word, or for the past, 10 years, it's been called spoken word. But I've been writing since the age of 12. So this is my life. This is natural to me. So I'm not out here trying to catch any trends. I don't need to, those of us that it's just us. This is just me. Like the Black Lives Matter, I've been about Black Lives Matter. If you go on my Instagram, if you go down last year or the year before, you'll see some of the posts. I was talking about change and uplifting and empowering Black men and Black women. So it's always been who I am.
Well,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
Now, the funny thing that
time
you're
makes a
elaborating
change
on
on
now,
everything, you know.
Go ahead, Wilfred. Who was you saying, Wilfred?
I was going to say, the funny thing is about what she was elaborating in on about being real about all the posts and everything about being pro-Black and everything. I've been kind of more political probably than what I should have been, but I've been that way forever and a day. And going back
Thank
to
you.
like what you just said, starting to write. I started at 9 years old. They dragged me to the studio and my first encounter was with Al Green, with a guy named Tommy McGee out of Grand Rapids, and we went from like little kids to now of writing and learning, grooming me, all these different artists, different producers, and it's like this. If you're gonna live it, now I'm gonna take you in another little twist real quick, going back to the song Unity, because it goes back to this. Because I wanted to use that song. That song meant more than just a song that I was covering. It had participles of me trying to make sure that everybody understand that everything that we do around us, we have to have unity or some kind of continuity as people with what we do and what we share and what we show people. It's like she said, we're always being looked upon and up under the microscope, because I know me personally, I get, like I said, I get a little verbal, but the way I am, it's all my opinion. I try to always voice that. But the thing about it is, they watch us and they want to make sure that we got to be held to a whole different standard as the average Joe Blow. And when it goes back to what she said about the artist page, she killed it. I never put nothing but music on artist page. I mean, nothing. You got to keep it segregated so that they understand that this is business and the other is BS. You know what I'm saying? Social media.
Hi, Wilfred.
Social media for me is this. You get a chance to vent, you get a chance to say what you really want, but it don't really mean nothing. But when you have your artist page, you keep that clean, and it's all about business. Tell them what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and how well you're doing what you're doing. And thank the people that has came onto your platform in any shape, form, or fashion, whether they be just somebody just looking to ask you a question or whatever it may be. So I paid strict attention to what she was saying, especially as far as another artist. You kind of got to learn and groom yourself from everybody else that's around you. I watch you all the time, Joyce. I watch your pages, and I watch Gary. I watch everybody, and I watch these things that will help me better my presentation as an artist and how I articulate, or even the things I say, not saying, you know what I'm saying, all these types of things. So
right.
Really, really?
Yeah.
Understand? You know, you eat. No, they don't know what you're saying. Make me understand you and what it is about you. Why am I wasting my time with what it is that you do, that if it ain't captivating and putting positive vibes into the atmosphere to make me want to be a fan of yours? It's so easy to just turn me right off right now and say, what is this guy talking about? Bam.
Not a damn thing.
Absolutely, you're right. And then we got to understand that there are music professionals watching these pages. People, you know, I don't know if you want to be with a label. You know, I'm not too worried about being on a label, you know, but let's say a label wanted to pick us up. Labels are going to look down these pages. Music professionals are going to, industry professionals, you know, are going to look at these pages to see what we're putting out there.
Yeah.
So that's important.
That way. I got gigs from Facebook, really nice gigs, because they were looking at me on Facebook or my website. So you're right. They are looking.
So true. So true. Now, one thing I did want to get a question in on to Wilfred. I want you to, because, you know, of course, you know, I was surfing YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but Facebook as I was doing some posting for the show. And I did run across one of your videos, Wilfred, where you there was a pay-per-view event, right, with Ready for the World. You guys were doing some performance. Tell us your connection with them and what that that whole event was about, because that was real nice, man.
I've been playing with Reddy and them since actually they invited me to the organization since 11, which was 2011. I've been playing off and on. Gordon, he's the guitar player, Gordon Strozer. He got sick, and he actually handpicked me to play for him and fill in his spots when he was sick. And ever since then, that's what we trade off when he's well or not. But anyway, the pay-per-view thing was Morris Day. I guess he put that together, him and some other, like a football player. I can't remember his name. I don't want to misquote anybody. But anyway, they put that together, and we were invited to the party of that thing. And anyway, we did our soundtrack. Could y'all be quiet back there, please? Thank you. We were invited to that engagement, and that's what was the result the other day with the pay-per-view, and it was called Funk Corona. It was really good, and when the participants were Ready for the World, Mary Jane Girls, Cameo, and The Time, and everybody, they did their thing. Trust me, they did their thing. New experience for me, being in front of Cinemax, but I'm not shy, camera shy at all, and y'all know I like to talk. I'm gonna show up.
You better not be an entertainer, right?
Yeah. My thing is, they have not seen what I really do yet to the extent of what I really want to do, because I'm pretty. I'm an avid player. I'm very accomplished at being able to articulate notes, but I also put me into it. You know what I'm saying? I like the theatrics, the facials, the going and sitting on a lady's lap, laying on back on her and playing to her, just swooning, all that. I'm gonna give you a show. I'm gonna make it really righteous for you. You're gonna get your money out of me. That's real talk. I know Keith is over there probably like, boy, that boy is crazy. Me and him, we talk about that all the time.
You can't touch anybody right now.
But that's,
You better watch it when we make it up on one of the stage. You better watch it, son. You may get on one of the stages and get to throwing clothes at you.
I'll say it like this: Melvin and them have given me a platform that I cannot express just how important it was, because they got me out there so the whole world could see me on 2 different platforms. That's R&B, and I do jazz. So, and I'm blessed that I was able to be considered, and that's huge. That's
very
really
huge.
Even as y'all give me this platform to talk, that's huge also. And I thank each and every one of y'all to give me a chance to speak, because a lot of times there's so many people want to say something, they don't get the chance. But the thing to that is, God put you where He wants you so that you'll be able to either represent Him and give Him His kudos. Because if you don't, it ain't about us. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows that it's really clear. If you're a usable vessel, He gonna do what He want with you. Now, if you're not, okay, you gonna be on the sidelines. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
That's it.
Yes.
Started on that topic. I was saying that to a young lady yesterday, 21. I said, if God calls you to go play in the world, you go play to the world. You know what I mean? Get out there. I said, no one can tell me now, oh, you're just supposed to play in church. You ain't supposed to be out there.
I love you, Joyce. You know where I'm coming from, because I'm a church head and I play in church at this very moment. So I understand that, and I want them to understand that, because your boundaries of ministering to people is not in a building or to a certain congregation. Just like your voice is meant to be heard. It's meant to be heard worldwide. It ain't to be locked up. Oh no! You're not letting nobody corral your talent under any shape or fashion, no matter what they do. Be you and exploit your talent and grow and blossom. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. Nobody can tell me that anymore. It's like, no, I've gone too far. You can't convince me. I mean, when I'm playing a song, playing my sax, and a guy stands in front in the club with his hands in the air like this, he's like loving it so much. So ministry is so much bigger. Besides, with all due respect, I know all churches are not that way. Churches have become like country clubs. You need a membership. If you're not a member, you can't do this, And the style of the music and the chord progression has to be played like, oh, this is worship music. It has to sound like that, and you have to repeat it over and over. So there's that box again. There's that box.
I feel you. Oh my Lord, yes, I feel you.
Okay, I said, Pastor, I don't mind hill songs, but can we have some black gospel, either contemporary, even, can you mix it up? Because that same, it's just like me having a plate of food and I have nothing but mashed potatoes. I don't have no gravy. I don't have no vegetables. I don't have any of that. And I eat that every day. I don't think we would just...
You want a variety.
we want to put church in a box. We want to put Jesus in a box. If that song doesn't sound like this, you can't play that in the church. Don't y'all know jazz started in a brothel? And now it's considered sophisticated. We don't play that. Man, stop. You don't know where that music came from.
Well, speaking of, let's hear Wilfred's single.
Yeah, let's hear the Unity single. And then we'll come back and continue. So everybody get ready, and we'll be right back right here on the Indie Live Spot. Keep it locked right here.
What's happening, y'all? It's Will the Thrill from Wilfred Ninja Frelix. Unity featuring the Queen.
U-N-I-T-Y, that's a unity.
actually, we just got blessed with 2 tracks there from Wilfred. The Unity, the new single, and then also Little George, also. Very nice, Wilfred. Man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. You are the man with the music, man. I tell you, like I said, if you don't know, Wilfred is, he is just spectacular. Like I said, he's not just a guitar player; he does it all. The guy has it top notch, everything. So, if you guys get together, Kia and Wilfred, it's gonna be explosive.
It's real, and y'all have to come back.
Nope.
I can't wait to connect with you, Wilfred, man.
No
I'm
doubt.
just, man, God is so good.
Gonna be all right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. So, so let's talk about, what do you guys have plans for whenever all this craziness stuff ends? I know everybody's trying to get back to their schedules and things. Do you all have things that are rescheduled and ready to go whenever that time comes, or just kind of fill us in? What do you guys got going?
Well, myself, I'm actually working on some things right now. I don't know if it's going to make the cut for my relationships EP. That's the name of it, relationships, because you got to be careful with what you. Okay, how do I put this? Wilfred's going to get it, and so is Joyce. Everyone's going to get it, hopefully. When you have a theme for your album, you have to make sure that you stay within that. So it's called relationships. So what I just worked on, like I said, I just left the studio a couple of days ago. I don't know if it's going to make it for that because it's kind of speaking about what's happening in the world today, so I'm hoping that it fits, because it's important that things fit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if I'm going to put out an album about holistic healing, I'm not going to put anything in there that's going to talk about medicine. Right. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to make sure. So that's where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm working on finishing up the EP so that I can release it this summer. I am also working on some videos. So it's so good that Wilfred mentioned that because I'm doing the same thing, working on some videos and working on releasing and hopefully doing something for Christmas. That's what I want to do. I want to definitely have a release for Christmas. So I may take my first single, I Love You, and I may remix that because that kind of song could fit Christmas. It could fit Valentine's Day. It's that kind of song.
Yeah.
And so I may do something with that, but I'm not sure. But I can say right now, I am going to be releasing the EP this summer, not fall, this summer. I am going to be releasing a single soon. I don't have a date for it because I'm still working on things.
Yeah.
Right now, currently, I'm actually writing a book.
Oh, sweet.
So, yes, I'm a writer. So, like Wilfred said, there's so many sides to us. There's not just one side. So I am a sketch artist, and I think I mentioned that. So I am a sketch artist, and I am a writer. So I really have been working on this book, and I had to take a hiatus from it because I was songwriting, and I knew I was going into the studio, and I wanted to make sure that I don't go in there half-stepping and that things are kind of concrete, even though when you go into the studio, you may hear other things, and you may switch things around, but for the most part, that's what I'm doing right now. Writing, working on the music, coming up with a date for the next single, and also a date for the EP. And after all that's done, hopefully I'll have something for the holiday.
Fantastic. Okay, what about you, Will? What you got going?
Well, I'm actually trying to set aside dates, or they pushing my dates back with two different things. I'm trying to put my band together so that I can exploit my brand going out onto the road with my new album and try to Keith's been setting up some venues for me, and he's been really instrumental to what I do. But anyway, he's been setting up dates and venues for us doing it. We have a group of us, me, Ray Janae, and John the Saint, 3 Times Love. And we had actually set up a complete tour before COVID hit, and some other things derailed that for a moment, but it's still in the making. I have my own actual product that I'm pushing myself, and I'm also with Ready. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing. Then I got other artists that I work with also. So I'm dabbling with a whole bunch of different things, and because you can kind of put yourself in a lot of things and do what you want to do, sometimes you might stretch yourself a little bit thin, but this is why I do that, because time is of the essence. If you don't do it now, you can't get that time back. Ain't no such thing. I'm gonna do that a couple weeks down the road. It don't work that way. So that's why I look at Kevin Hart and them, all those guys, how they work ethic. You be like, how can they do so many movies? Yeah. You got to do it, and that's what us as musicians and artists, we got to get everything that's in us out. Melvin said one thing that was really instrumental to me when he was talking to me. He said, "Do you want to be remembered for what you could have did or what you did?" So leave it all out there on the table. So I understand. They younger than me, but they got more stage time and all that stuff. So I understand the mechanics behind what he's saying. But what he didn't really realize is that's what I live all the time, and try to put myself in that vein of being able to have that work ethic. So when you start saying that if you're going to do something, you be prepared to do it. Just like right now, Key, I opened the door for you. I'm really expecting you to, hey, I got you, Ray Janae, I got a girl named Sophia Janelle Taylor. Listen, I love working with females because y'all can express what y'all want. And Joyce, I would love to get you on something too, because I know you. I'm gonna mess with you a little bit now. I'm playing sax.
What?
I'm playing saxophone now as an instrument. I'm getting pretty decent, but yeah.
But I play flute too.
Got a LA. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but y'all the bomb. I'm just adding this into my repertoire because I play everything else. But what's really important is that I put everything and get everybody in to what I do, and for what they do, a piece of me in what they do, because sometimes that might be a missing ingredient for me to help them or them help me, and all of that is it's divine, and it's an ingredient that God put everybody together. And like for everybody sitting and listening to this, I hope they get a bunch of the nuggets that we throwing out here at them, because a lot of time when you procrastinate, you miss some of the greatest opportunities in your life. And we was talking about people and how they treat you. And I know y'all said that y'all thought y'all was exempt to being because y'all was female. Oh no, let me let y'all in on a little something. Because males treat each other a little bit different as far as being belligerent. You know what? They will step on your toes on stage or take you out of position to do what you were supposed to do right there at the door of the show, or how do they say that when you're doing those rehearsals or whatever? They got another guy there at the rehearsal taking your place. Now, how does that feel? You see what I'm saying? Y'all talking about being nice. That thing. So you got to understand that it's on many different platforms. I'm sure that y'all get handled a little bit different because being female, like us guys, we raunchy. I have to say it sometime, and we are. Yeah, I just had to say it. We gonna be men, but the thing about it is, most of the time when you're dealing with a woman that's professional, you don't come at them that way. You don't come at them that way at all, because the level of expertise, you're not going to get away talking no crazy mess to no woman, and when she got skin in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stick to the script, do what you're supposed to do, tell her have a great day, and hopefully she'll call you back or whatever, or not, So I see those things as being professional. Me, myself, I try to keep it 100% clean. I don't crap where I work, period. And I'm married 36 years under the belt. So I don't try to make sure that nobody have anything to say about me. That if I print it or put it on Facebook, it's because I want it there. And I want them to have 100% ability to talk all they want about what I put on there, because that's what I'm showing you. My personal life, you will never know what I do. But everything else. And it's a dividing line, what we was talking about, that artistry and that social thing.
Yeah.
But going back to all this music stuff, what we were talking about as far as how to become persons that can convey what we want, and being able to do, I'm gonna say it like this and I'll be done. Being able to get your point across and what it is that you want to do with your craft, so that everybody see that it's 100% what you're doing, and it's not because of somebody else making you do it because you contracted to do something.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now that's a thought.
I receive it. I receive it.
But you're right, because I playing in California and different venues. Each venue wants their house band. They're not going to pay for my band, so you send music ahead of time, and I've seen a difference. And like in California, I had to play with 2 different house bands, and one was on point, the other was not quite there. So I changed my playlist. So those are the decisions that we have to constantly make. Now, somebody said, "Oh, Joyce, I would have cussed him out," and I said, "And what would have happened?"
You don't have a band.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my point.
There you go.
We gotta go with the flow. We
Yeah.
gotta be chameleons. We gotta be chameleons. Oh my goodness.
And like you said, then you make a decision. Next time, if you're out there, you know not to. But at this time, you have to figure it out. Okay, I tell you what, let's take this off. Do you know this? And then you have a dialogue, and you said, okay, then this is our set list. This is what we're gonna do. All right, because I know my name's not Brian Culberson or Gerald Albright. I know that, and I'm not gonna. But I have to admit, sometimes I'll walk into a situation, and they're okay. They're not rude. And okay, so y'all went over the music. Let's just go over real quick doing the sound check. And I'll turn around and say, I think that's a B flat major right there. And the guy looked at me. And the bass player, man, she's right. Yeah, it's like this. And it changed the whole dynamic. Because I'm the one that charted out the song.
You know your stuff.
Yeah, she know her stuff.
And my husband, he's quiet natured. He's like Garrett, kind of quiet natured. And he'll say, I have observed that I see them changing as you play and as you interact. But I can't cuss anybody out. If I see things are not the way they're supposed to be, maybe guys can do that to guys, but if I do that, I'm not going to get anybody to back me up. And I don't do that. Even when I was at an open mic and they called my name out, and a trumpet player just stepped in front of me and took my solo, and another guy said, why didn't you cuss him out? Why didn't you tell him? And I said, if I cussed him out, who would you guys perceive as being the, you know what? And he thought about it. He said, you're right. Now, if we went outside, I might say something. But not in front of the audience, because I know I'm not looked at as the same as a guy. Guy can do it, oh, that's cool, man. But I start with that. It doesn't mean I don't know how. If I don't say anything, that doesn't mean I don't know how to. I just took a choice to walk away from a situation. I've had to walk away from abusive men in the industry yelling. And then one got even worse because he said, you walked away from me. How dare you? I said, I walked away because I didn't feel like arguing with you. I'm not going to argue. And my husband was like, why does this stuff happen when I'm not there? Which tells you something. When my husband's there, I never get treated that way. Never. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, he's going to step up.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And one guy said, well, I'm from the hood, I'm this and that. I said, so was my husband. Project Chicago to Shreveport. They call it Dodge City. So, what? Train military, the whole 9 yards, as Max says.
Yeah.
But I'm just so glad we're having this conversation. I'm sorry to cut in there because me as a female fellow artist, I've been there. It's something. And you do have to keep your composure. You do have to refrain from saying something because you got your audience there, and but it happens. So many artists don't talk about it. We don't approach these subjects. But this happens to women, and it's just it's horrific. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, and funny thing about it happens to us at the plight of those that are the same color of us. It's just deep. So I've learned this, and this is from the producer I work with now. He's like, you got to know your stuff. Even if you're a singer, like you could be another singer. You could be a famous singer that doesn't know what key she's singing in. Most of them don't. But nobody's going to say anything to them. But somebody will say something to you. You know what I'm saying? It's just you get treated differently. So it's just kind of like you have to pick and choose, who you work with. You got to be careful who you work with. It's deep like that. I mean, you just sometimes they tend to talk down to you. Sometimes they underestimate you, all because you're a female. Like Joyce said, now if a brother get up on there and make a mistake, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him.
No.
They always me.
You know what? It may happen. Wait a minute. Wilfred, it does happen to the brothers, but not like it happens to us.
Yeah.
Just a complete disrespect is completely different.
Yeah, I understand. You're right, though. You're right. Yeah, you're right about that. Yes.
I'm like, they just don't know me outside of being an artist. Woo! Thank God I changed from, they just don't know me. Come on now. Because, honey, I don't want to say it because I don't know who's... I don't give you the eyebrow. Shawnee, you would have never said that to me. For real. You would never act like that. Woo!
You got to think like this also. Most of those people that have been backup bands, they so theoretically trained that they don't have no leeway for anybody that's not trained or have non-notated skills. But they can be great, just like you said. You can have a person that can just scat like crazy or do everything in every key, but don't know a note. So you got to understand.
Because it's the ear. My dad is a guitarist and a singer. He kind of puts you in the mind of George Benson. And my dad has had no training, but he's a badass. He's
badass. Because I actually got both sides of the fence of that. I know notative. And my ears like crazy. So as you work with different people, just like I work with some ladies sometime, and I'll play melodies for them instead of calling out notes or tap it out on the piano, and I'll recite the note of what it is so that they'll try to remember. I said, if you can just remember.
Sorry, that's what I require. I require that you just play it for me so I can pick it up. As soon as I hear it, I'm able to pick it up instantly. Simple.
And go from there, and then you be off and running. So that's a whole different breed of musician right there too. But it's different when you got somebody that's saying that they can't work, but none like Grizz. You said not Grizz. Joyce said that you charted everything out. But anyway, when you chart something out for somebody, it's always for those reading musicians, and they ironclad 90% of them. They can't do anything. I'm gonna say really far off the cuff from but reading. It ain't saying that they can't, but most of the ones that I've encountered, they don't have that flexibility to give you that feel, that loose feel.
Because they're gonna have the chart there. Because they gotta have that chart. That's what you're saying.
So you're talking about two different things of how people conceive everything. So if they looking at you because you missed that B flat that you gave them and you told him, he's ticked off all the I don't know what because you just talked about his reading skills, right? And that's what he's.
Actually, he wasn't. He received it very well, and it may be. Yeah.
But that's good.
But you see, when I send out my music, I don't just chart it. I chart it for the ones who need it, and I send MP3s.
I
don't send charts.
That's brain dead. You know what I'm saying? That's brain dead if you can't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that
Yeah.
they said, oh, we only want to hire musicians who can read music. Well, I disagree because of what Kia just said about her dad. I mean,
Absolutely.
I've
Absolutely.
had some bad musicians that couldn't read, but their minds were so developed. They listened to it one time. I got it. I'm like, oh, how do you do that? They got that skill. So no,
Yeah.
if I send you charts and MP3s and a playlist, the exact set 3 months ahead of time, and we
That's
You
and,
should have it.
Come on now, Joyce. Please, sis, keep preaching.
and it's
They
like,
don't even listen to it. They wait till the show and we get on stage and they don't know the material because you guys didn't even listen to it.
Wow.
How can you go on stage like that? We're getting ready for a train wreck.
That's
We're
terrible.
no, that's what happens. You get ready for a train wreck, and that's what normally happens. Because if you mess up, I mess up as a vocalist.
you do, and then
I've
your
been there.
because all you want to do is give your soul and focus on, but you can't because you're like, oh gosh, they're playing the wrong chord, and if I play this note, it's not going to fit, and I will look. So now I can't be as musical because now I'm all split. And I said, well, you looked all right. You sounded good. I said, no.
No, they don't know it like we know it. We know it's some song.
I said I changed the melody because I could feel him going to the wrong chord.
That's
could
what I do.
And,
Yes, we are a master at improv. I mean, look, if you do something whack, something off on stage, I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else with the
you
song.
have to go somewhere else. You do, and then you hopefully you get that somewhere else, and you're listening. So because I was sitting in one time and had the organ player and the keyboard player, and my husband said, "Why did you drop your horn and stop and come back in?" I said, "Because." And I needed them to agree before I could play, before I could do this. But that was okay because that's an open mic, and people sometimes, you don't have, you're trying to play music you've never heard before. So that's not a problem. But when you get out that music ahead of time, and what happens if one person, the rest of the band that have done their homework, they're looking at that one person and going, and then they look at me, what are you going to do about him? And one time I left him. We had a casino gig and I just left. I said, he was late because we were all leaving together. And I told my husband, I said, let's go. And the bass player said, you look like you want to leave him. I went, mm-hmm. There are two different levels of problems here. You know what I mean? You're late. You didn't do. And it's irritating the rest of the band is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the other guys and they're looking at me like, you do something about him because we're ready. He's not ready. And, so yeah, we could have a whole show just talking about that. And I thought it was a female thing, but then I found out even men have that problem when they, was it Ken Navarro, you guys, who said he will not play with house band anymore?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Ken.
I think so.
It was Ken, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
just real quick, Wilfred, when you brought up that no one knows your private life because that's how you want to keep it as private, and that you don't post anything like that. I said, well, when I started Facebook, I would post not massive stuff, but just little snippets here and there about me or whatever. And when I got more into this part of it, the music part, and got more involved, and then when I got to where I joined GHP Radio, I stopped doing all of that. I would just post stuff about promoting, or if I took a picture of really pretty flowers, I'll put that up. Look what I saw from the grocery store, waiting for my ride, or look how pretty this, stuff like that I will do. But as far as posting anything about what's going on in my life, no, because that I don't just share that. Now, if I need some, I will ask, and if I need prayers, I say, please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. Going through some.
Okay, look like
Uh-oh.
Grizz is
Like
frozen.
Bro,
It's frozen.
Her favorite picture.
Grizz,
she back now.
Grizz.
She looking at that eyes going side to side. Now she froze again.
Yeah, Grizz, you're
Her
freezing.
picture
Sorry.
stuck that think you said about the flowers, and you said there's stuff that you won't post about your personal life.
Oh yeah, it's like no.
They don't want to
Fears and thoughts coming my way. I will do that, and I won't get into any details to why. Because no one needs to know why. I just need the help.
And I'll say this, because your personal life is your personal life. Because we are artists and they see us in a certain light. Everybody always have an idea or ideology of what you are, how you are, and just things about you that they think is your makeup.
Right.
So I always give them an abundance of everything I want them to see, so it'll always make them figure out what is it this guy really about. So I really flood the market with everything I want you to see, so you still don't know anything.
Yeah,
you have to have some for yourself.
Exactly.
Because if they know everything, what's left for you?
Right.
What's left
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
This is our kid. Just like you sing and you do whatever it is you do. You say you just came from the studio. That was still too much information for them to actually know what you're doing right now. If somebody ain't asking you questions, because for me, if they're not asking me questions, something specifically, I don't answer. I don't.
You don't give it up.
I'm not going to volunteer anything so that they can try to lead in. Oh, well, you said this. But what I do always do, if I do initiate something, it's going to have a circle or some kind of means to bring me back to the point that you asked me. Mm-hmm. So I'm very recognizant about how I speak about what I'm going to say, or where you're leading me down some kind of path where I don't get into some blind thought process and I don't know where I'm going, so I'm just babbling on. Like, what is this dude talking about? He's making no sense. That thing. But
yeah.
See, I see I see your point, but how do I put this without getting too personal? How do I put this? Your fans, your listeners do want a dose of you. So there's some things I do believe, and I can say this because the proof is in the pudding. Like I said, I got over 10.9 followers on Instagram because I do want my fans to be a part of the journey. I do want them. So I do want them to know that I'm in the studio. I will leave snippets of me in the studio. I will, have pictures. Like I took pictures, the other day. Because I do everything strategically. There's a divine order for everything that I do, seriously. Mm-hmm. So I do think as an artist, it depends on who you are. I do think that when you share certain things, that develops a stronger relationship with your listeners. I'm not talking about, y'all don't need to know if I was in the hospital or things like that. Mm-hmm. But I'm just talking about anything that's pertaining to my music.
Right.
If it's pertaining to music, and there's some things, hey, we have artists right now that are they're doing things like they're cooking shows. Some of them are cooking right now. They're taking their phones or their cameras and they're sharing the dishes that they're making. There's things that they're doing to keep their following in the midst of their life, because it's almost like reality TV. I hate to say it, but that's what social media, really, when you think about it, it's almost like reality TV. And those
almost to it is.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, because when
I'm not huge. I'm not huge like you are, Kia. So I want to grow into that how big you are, so that I can say I got all those listeners and everything too. But what I do, just like what you're saying, I throw the tidbits out there to them in a pictorial. I tell them like I just did on my timeline and my page. My office for the night, I'm in California. See what I do. So I always give them a lead on to, like you say, something to grab a hold of. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. And I definitely understand that. But as far as exact location or giving them diagnostic stuff, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because I got things that I don't want you to know in proximity where I'm at or what I'm doing. Because if you doing what you're doing and somebody know you gone or whatever it may be. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, you got to be conscious.
Right. Okay. I'm trying
There's
not
a
to
way around that.
don't look that way, but it really is that way. You got a lot of people that like what you do, but then it goes back to what we were saying. There's a lot of people that don't really like and aren't in support of what we do at all.
Right.
So I'm very cautious of what I say to everybody. I put that just out there so that they see exactly what I want to. But I do like your plight of life. They do want to feel you. They want to connect with you, and they want to go along the journey with you 200%, which you are right. So
Yes.
I'm a little bit different. Go ahead.
Well, I want to put this out. I'm a content creator. So a content creator is somebody that creates content. So I will do things like I'll take my phone. I haven't done a whole lot yet, but I'll walk around with, I'll take my phone. I'll take it with me. So I'm more than just an artist. I forgot to say that. I'm a content creator. So I have another page. It's a styling page where I love fashion and I love style. So there's a page where I do share some of my style. So I'm more than just, so my social media is a plethora of not just the music, but the content. I'm a content creator. So that's kind of different. So it's kind of mixing.
That's happening.
Yeah, so it's so my thing is it's a lot of it is entertaining. It's all about entertainment. So and that's what well, that's a part of who I am. I've always been, I'm an artist. I'm not talking about saying I'm an artist. I love to draw. I love to create. So I create content. So it's much deeper than me just being, I guess, a performer or a national recording artist. So there's a little bit more to what I do. So it's important, it's imperative for me to constantly create. And that's what I love to do. That's a passion. I love to market. So then I do a lot of marketing. I've even had artists come to me for me to do their marketing and promoting. Could I do it? Hands down, yes. Could I bring your following up? I know I can, but it's not something that I would do because it takes a lot of time.
It does.
And then you have to work with people that are willing to do what needs to be done. They have to be willing to take your direction. And I don't want to put that time and energy into it because I'm still working on me. I'm still working on my own music, building my own brand. And it's all branding, just like you said earlier, Wilfred. This is branding for us.
Yeah.
And I think with Wilfred, if you are taking pictures of where you are and you can post it later. This is where
and that's what I did.
Not now. I'll post it later. I don't want y'all showing up though. I don't have to hurt nobody. But yeah, I get it. We do have to be careful. There's certain things that we do, and like when I did the studio, I haven't posted that yet. Just like you said, Joyce, I still have the pictures, I still have the video, and I'm get to that later. Yeah.
But I love what you just said. I'm an entertainer because I remember one lady, and she meant well. She said, "It looks like you're trying too hard to please people." And my reply is, "I'm an entertainer. This doesn't hurt me to post videos. This doesn't hurt me. I don't." Even a guy from my hometown.
Yeah, that's who you are.
I see you posting these graphics and all this stuff, and I said, "I'm an entertainer and I'm an artist." When I started learning how to do graphic design and editing videos on my own, oh my goodness, I love TikTok because I said, oh, that got these creative things. I saw a guy use TikTok to create his business promo video. And I didn't realize it was TikTok until I looked at it again. I said, that's TikTok. You did a great job. What I'm doing is using all the tools that are available to me. A lot of them are free. And I'm pulling, sometimes I combine 2 apps, 3 apps, and my video editing software. And I said, oh, opacity? What is that? And I went, light and opacity, I can put a background image. If I had to do something else right now, I would love to do movie editing, just editing and creating, design. Because I'm not good at sketching like you. I can't draw. My husband does, and my daughter, she teaches art. But when I started doing that, I got excited about it. And to me, that's fun. And, I don't understand. I'm an entertainer. It's very clear. But I just don't share music all the time. I have a family. I'm a family. I got a husband. I got children that I love and I adore. And so every now and then, because I know people get tired of us, buy my music, listen to my music, music. So I'm talking personal page, not the business page. So, I think we just have to figure out who we are and what we don't mind. And in other words, if you're out there cheating, you do not want to post pictures on Facebook. If you know you're being sought after and you're a criminal, you don't even need an account.
Yeah, I mean, we everybody's different. We are all walking our own way. This is our own walk. So however you do things, however Wilfred do things, however, whoever does it, do it the way you want to do it. Do it the way that's best for you.
Yes.
Gary?
Yeah. Well, we are at the top.
Time.
I know. I know. We are.
Going on and on to the break of dawn.
And I have not really got a word in edgewise today.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Here, let me start playing my little violins.
Oh, y'all cold. Y'all cold
I'm
blooded.
here for you, Ray. I'm here for you.
I love you, Chris. I had to say that. I love you, Chris, because you know what? Whenever you're playing my music, you're always tagging me or man, just a heart, man.
Yeah.
Just you got everybody just got that just got that goodness with it.
Kia, you're right, Kia, because she does me the same way. I mean, she's on another level of just.
Yes, it's like you don't even have to ask her. Yeah, you don't have to ask Chris. You ain't gotta say. You don't have to direct message. Hey, can you do this? She just automatically does it. And I want to say this one thing. Listen, we have to do what we have to do as artists because you know what? We're independent. We don't have the machine behind us.
No.
We don't. So those artists out there, I don't want to say any names. They have the machine behind them, so they have this big budget for marketing and for promoting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we do what we got to do.
Yeah.
Like I said, content creator, I have to do what I have to do because it's all about building my global fan base. I said global. I didn't say just here. I didn't say in Detroit. I said global. And that's what it's about.
Right.
And I love what you said, Joyce. I love the fact that you love video editing. And these are the things that artists are getting involved with. We're doing things like graphics, video editing, putting on our own little cooking shows and all those things like that. Because, hey, we got to do what we got to do as independent artists. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
With a T at the end. With an X.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to wrap things up. But first, Kia, I want you to tell everyone how they can keep following you and your music, where they can get it to buy it, and all that good stuff.
All right. If there's any other artists watching this here, this is Branding 101. Music by Kia across the board. You're not going to see Kia Michaels here, Kia Soul here. Music by Kia on Instagram, Music by Kia on Facebook, Music by Kia on Twitter. The only thing that's different is my YouTube. If you want to subscribe, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'm under Kia TV, and I spell my name K-E-A. My music, you can get my music. It's on all platforms. It's on Google Play, iTunes, Amazon, the whole nine. CD Baby kind of stopped doing that kind of thing. But again, I'm going to say it one more time. Google Play, iTunes, Amazon. It's on all of those platforms. And it's also on Spotify. It's on all streaming platforms, as well as YouTube as well. And my website is www.musicbykia.com.
All right.
Yes. Follow me on Instagram under Music by Kia. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and subscribe to me on Kia TV via YouTube. Yes.
All
There you
right.
go.
That's it. All right, Wilfred, tell us, man.
I have two different companies. Tight Strings Production, TIGHTSTRANGZ Production.com, and also WilfredFrelix.com. My other platform that I'm getting ready to go to would be DistroKid. All those I have 2 other albums that are already on all the platforms, but this last one, which is Time, I'm getting ready to get that downloaded to DistroKid, which will be on all platforms by maybe tomorrow, and that's what I'm working on as we speak today. But it's on Spotify, everything. If you look up Wilfred Ninja Felix, Google it, you get everything you need to find me. Very simple. Wilfred Ninja Felix. And I also do live, everything you want to do, but the booking and everything, it'll show up in my website. So everything you need to know about me, my music, and if you just want to dig and be nosy about me, and I hope you do, because you need to know about this kind of a guy. I got something to offer for everybody that loves music. And I hope y'all enjoyed our show today. And I thank everybody and all the listeners and all my hosts, Joyce, Grizz, Raymo, and Gary.
Raymo. Raymax.
Thank you, everybody. Grizz, yes, the whole 9. Gary, Joyce, everybody. So Wilfred. Oh my goodness! And what's his name? Wait a minute. What's the other guy's name? I forgot. Yeah, right. Yes, Mr. Mac.
Very easy, Ray Mac. Very easy.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal. I'm glad you both plugged everything, and I'm glad y'all came on the show together
Yes,
today.
that was
And made very good conversation today. We really covered a lot of great things, and I want to do this again. So y'all know this is y'all come back. All right. And
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
absolutely.
Thanks for having me too.
Absolutely. And of course, for those of you, if you tuned in late and you missed a portion of it, we will post the replay of all of this today. So for those, and of course, we will do that on both of your pages too, Kia and Wilfred, so that way you can perhaps get it over to someone that may have wanted to watch today and they didn't get a chance, because everybody's busy, got different things going on. So again, thank you. Such a great show. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today and listening and watching, and want everybody to continue to be safe out there, because this thing is still here. A lot of people are trying to say it's not a big deal, and then a lot of people are saying it is. There's a lot of mess going on in our country right now.
Yes, wear your mask.
Yeah.
Wear your mask.
So please.
Don't give a crap about yourself. Give a crap about somebody else.
Yeah.
Put that mask on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Absolutely. So with that said, everybody have a safe and enjoyable weekend, and please join us back here next week. I'm sure we'll have something scheduled. Grizz going to let us know who that is here in just a moment. And I'll pass it over to Ray, Joyce, and Grizz. Y'all can tell, what do you need to say before we get out of here?
Well, I might as well say my little saying. See you later. Bye.
See you guys next week. Love you.
Bye.
Hey, have a great.
Yes,
bye-bye.
everyone.
Don't
Thanks
go
again,
anywhere.
Wilfred and Kia. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Always good to see you guys on the show. And next week we have Tony Red.
Oh, yay.
So join us next week, and that way, because I know she was on the show when Gary started. I wasn't here yet, but I can't wait to meet this lady, and because I like her music, and I can't wait to talk to her. So please join us next week. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. Do what you need to do to stay healthy. Okay. Stay hydrated as well.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Ciao.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, wait, hold on, guys.
See y'all next week. Y'all keep it having a great weekend, and definitely come back next week. We'll talk to you then. All right.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.